streaming. Let's see. Always wait. Oh, there it is. It's green. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another edition right here of Red One Radio. Hope you're having a good day. I'm having a great day, man. It's Sunday. I know some of y'all got to go to work tomorrow. Unfortunately, I do not because I work a weird schedule. I'm off Sunday, Monday. So I'm off Monday too. So yeah. But anyways, we got Thanksgiving around the corner, man. So I hope you guys are getting ready to wrap up this week. Start the next week, which is going to be short, and then maybe go spend some time with friends and family. Anyways, all that good stuff. You know what's going on. But today, guys, I got a guest host, another Californian, something like that. She goes by the name of Killswitch Queen. How you doing, Miss Lady? Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so ready. Oh, yeah. How are you guys doing tonight? I'm excited.
Big shout out to everybody over there in the side chat. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing out there, man? I hope you're having a great Sunday. But so what's going on, Miss Lady? How's everything going in your world on your side of the fence?
It's excellent. I started that new job at the motorcycle shop up in Sacramento, and so that has just been that's been my world right now. That's why I haven't made a video in like forever.
Okay.
But working full time, I'm learning how to work on bikes. I'm learning how to do service riding, and it's just been a kick in the ass, man. It's been absolutely wonderful. I couldn't ask for anything more.
Is it like a repair shop only, or are we talking like a full dealership or something?
No, we're not a dealership, so we don't sell bikes. We're service and restoration, and so it's called the Vintage Monkey. And we specialize in vintage motorcycles. So anything,
Nice.
I mean, we get bikes from 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s. We get lots of British bikes. So I get to turn wrenches on bikes that, you know, if you don't know about them, you would never even hear about them, you know, like average every day. So it's really cool.
That's cool. That's good. Cause I know like a big part of your channel, is, or at least so many videos that I've been paying attention to, like toward the end there, have all been mainly like build stuff, you know, and it's kind of interesting to see, you know, somebody that can actually, you know, customize and add their own style to the bike that they own. And I don't mean something simple like just going out and buying some ASV levers and installing those, or putting on a rear set, you
Right.
know, like it's a level deeper than that, and you're not doing it for, I would say, like a monetary gain or something. Like, hey, build series on YouTube, we're gonna build a fucking, you know what I mean? It's just like, this is your own personal spin on, like, and you know how you want the bike to look, and I think that's pretty cool because I can't do half of that crap. So like, what kind of got you into, you know, going down that road, I guess, or just even picking up a tool to modify something and you can't, you know, control alt delete and reset or go back to zero after you know, cut into some metal or something?
Right. Well, I started working on bikes because that's when I bought that Harley Sportster, and it was a total, you know, pile of crap. And so I brought it to the Harley dealership first day I got it, because of course I brought it home and started leaking gas, and I knew nothing about bikes, and I was like, oh god, it's gonna like blow up, I'm gonna catch fire or something. And the dealership charged me $350 just to fix the gas leak, which ended up not being fixed. And I was like, okay, I can't do this anymore. So that's how I started working on my own stuff, because I was like, I'm broke. I spent all my money on the bike.
Okay.
So I started working on that, and then I got into, we're doing like rat bike stuff, and I started looking up like rat bikes and people who just, they customize it, and it looks, I really like the look of like the Mad Max motorcycles, where it looks like it's just slapped together, but it's still like it's got a design behind it, you know.
There's
like
like method to the madness, right?
Exactly. And so that's what interests me, is the design and making something look like it's put together and like it's junky, but at the same time there's like an artistic thought, there's a design behind it. And so that's what I'm trying to work on with the Bandit that I have right now, is trying to have some kind of design behind it and actually make it, while it looks junky and like a rat bike, it still actually will look kind of cool, you know, like, oh, you know. So that's what got me into it. It's just so much fun. And it's really interesting to hear people's reactions when they're like, "What is that?" Or like, "Oh, what did you do to your bike?"
Right. Now, it's funny that you say like it started with the leaky gas tank. For me, I think, well, at least what I do and work on with bikes, it started with the first time I got the bill from when I had somebody change the oil. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
I was like, dude, all right, cool. It's time to look at YouTube and read up on how to change some R6 oil, and and that's what started, me going down that road and all that stuff, because it is pretty expensive. Like you end up paying for the time. You know what I mean? It's like, granted, what they do, what they're doing could be considered simple, but if it takes a lot of time to get to it, then unfortunately, you get charged a lot, and it sucks. But yeah, I think it's cool that like I said, that you have ideas in your head, and then you sit down and you figure out a plan to is that you? Wait, can you hear that noise?
Yeah, it's coming through the microphone I have, and sometimes it kind of goes away, and I'm wondering if it's just the cables are old.
Huh? Probably. I don't know. But
it went away before.
Oh, it's funny. So like, you say the gas tank started it all, but what started you even looking at riding or getting into riding?
Well, that was my boyfriend. So when I started dating my boyfriend over 4 years ago now, he got a motorcycle. He had a Gixxer 750 that was all tuned out. Like it had different sprocket sizes. It was made to go really fast.
Well, of course.
And, yeah. Oh yeah. So he lived with his cousin and his best friend, who also had motorcycles. So at that time, it was like at the peak of their like, oh, gotta get a motorcycle. Like dudes are all ramped up riding motorcycles. So they told me, they were like, you gotta get a bike. So one of my friends had, he's in the tow business. So he knew that the tow in town just picked up a Ninja 250. And he was like, they'll sell it to you for $1,000. It was like a 2009 little Ninja 250, super clean, had like
$500
for $1,000.
Oh, $1,000.
And it only had like 2,000 miles on it.
Huh.
And I was like, done. We went and got it, and that was it. That's how I started riding. And of course, none of them ride anymore. All of them have sold their bikes. They've gotten married, bought houses, and here I am. I'm just like, I'm working at a motorcycle shop, and everything I do is motorcycles. I'm like, what a twist.
I mean, you know what? Like, it's I get it. Like, and being in YouTube, especially down here in Southern California, where we're a little more in close proximity, and there's a lot more of us down here. Like, it is funny to see the ones that over time that you started riding with or whatever, and then you hear about, oh, they're selling their bike or they've sold the bike, and then it's like,
yeah,
you don't really converse or like hang out as much as you used to anymore, because you're not like doing the same stuff. Like, hey man, we're going riding this Saturday. What are you doing? Oh, I'm gonna go pick weeds out of my my garden in the back. Like, what? No, we're gonna be on the road. Like, oh, that's right, you don't have a bike. Damn it. Okay. So it's funny.
And it's funny. What makes me even laugh now is like all the people in California who are like, this is the last ride for winter. I'm putting my bike away. I'm putting winter rides. I'm like, we don't have winter in California unless you're in the mountains.
Right.
Like,
right.
I get that, but if you're anywhere near SoCal or even like the Bay Area, dude, just, I don't know, man.
Layer up a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, it's not, because see, even like the East Coast people, that I talk to, like, I mean, like, big shout out to Midwest, but, she'll do some shit like, hey, it's 43 today. Let's go for a nice little ride. And I'm like, what? I mean, but for them, it's like, as long as the road is not, as long as it's not like below freezing or whatever, like, sometimes they'll go out there and brave the cold or whatever. Whereas, like, here in California, like, the road's really never close to even being freezing, so all you gotta do is layer up. You know what I mean? Just go out and get the right gear. You can still go out there and ride.
Exactly. That's what I've been doing. Is I just got those thermal layers, and I'm about to buy some heated grips, and I bought like a windproof, waterproof jacket, and I've been keeping nice and toasty. I mean, my rides are like 40 degrees, 45 degrees in the morning, but I love it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, when it's that cold, it sucks for me.
Yeah.
But, I'm like, well, worst case scenario, I'm on the bike for like a half hour or something, like not too far,
Yeah.
I don't really travel too far, but, Yeah, I guess that's just one of the great things about California.
Mm-hmm.
All year riding.
True.
So you said working at the shop, you're constantly working on stuff, which I think is awesome, right? It's a way for you to, you know, continue doing what you're doing, but at the same time, you're getting paid to do it.
Exactly. Like, I feel like I should be paying them with what they're teaching me. I
Nice,
feel very lucky to
nice.
be in the position that I'm in.
What kind of bikes? Like you were saying, like you're working on like some more like vintage, classic, or whatever kind of bikes. Like what type of bikes are we talking here?
We get a lot of bikes, like 70s Hondas, like the CB 350s, the 360s, the 400s, the 550s. We see a lot of those. That's probably the most common bikes. And then we get some really cool stuff, like I was just working on a Norton Atlas.
Oh, what?
It's a 66. It was a 1966 Norton Atlas.
Norton Atlas.
Yeah, Norton.
Oh,
We get a couple of Norton motorcycles.
hold
We've had a
on.
couple of we get a lot of older Triumph bikes,
Norton.
and the British bikes are built completely different. All the bolts that they use, like there's not, the standard American. There's not the metric. They have their own British standard sizing of bolts. So you have to get your own set of sockets and wrenches to fit the nuts and bolts on those
That's
bikes.
funny.
It's really weird, but it's so cool.
Yeah, I'm sitting there looking at this bike. I mean, it just looks like an old school motorcycle to me, but I've never heard of Norton Atlas. When like did they go out of business like in the mid '70s or some shit or what?
No, no, I don't think so. There's a maybe it was like the mid '70s. There's a company we get all our parts from. They're called JRC Engineering. I want to say they're in Pacifica here in California. Am I right? Oh, some place called Paris, and they sell all the parts for these bikes, even though they're from the '60s and '70s, '50s.
Right.
Another one, BSAs that we get too. Um, it's funny because we get so many people who come to the shop, like a lot of older dudes, right? Like older guys who are like, oh yeah, like I haven't seen this bike in, like 30, 40 years, and they're telling me about history, and I'm just like, I don't really know anything.
I
you
mean,
know?
but it's gonna happen, right? Like, for me and my riders on our side of the fence with the super sports, right? Like, at some point when we're like in our fucking 70s, some dude's gonna have like a 2016 Kawasaki H2, and it's just gonna be like,
Yeah.
damn, I remember when that shit came out, dude, in like 2016, and it had the supercharger on it. Man, that thing was awesome. And then it's like, it's going to happen. So I get it, right? When you have an older
Yeah.
clientele and they're just, they're reliving the days back when they were in their 20s or something like that, which is, that's
Exactly.
kind of cool, man. But yeah, I'm looking at these bikes. So like, do y'all do like reupholstery and all that stuff for the seats or?
So we don't do anything too serious. We do a lot of repair,
Okay.
and stuff like that. Like we don't do any machining. We will usually sublet that out and send it off to somebody. There's a company called Killswitch, and they do all our machining, and they do a fantastic job. And then there's actually a woman who's local up here in Sacramento, and her company is just on Instagram. It's called Stout Upholstery.
Uh-huh.
She does an absolutely beautiful job of reupholstering motorcycle seats. She has really good prices too. I'm actually thinking about having her do my seat on the Suzuki
Nice.
because yeah, she does a great job.
Yeah, I think that'd
But
be cool because, especially when you have like a working relationship with somebody like that, like, A, you can maybe get like a little bit of discount, but two, like, you can kind of spend time with that person and really tell them, like, especially if you're gonna get some stuff for you made, right? Like, you can probably determine like the thickness of the padding or how soft or how comfortable you want to see, right?
yeah, a lot of people they just want it to be it depends. Some people really like the stock look, so they'll find a new cover for it, or they'll obviously they'll have a picture or something, and they'll say I want it to look like this. And so
Yeah,
usually
nice.
we'll do our best to find parts or pieces so that it can. A lot of what I do is looking for parts. That's probably the majority of my time I spend. It's just looking and pricing out
Like
parts.
when you say looking, do you mean like trying to scavenge the internet, or you got like a couple go-to people, like you were saying with the shop earlier?
Yeah, so depending on the bike, like we have companies like Western Power Sports or Tucker Rocky,
Right, right,
um,
right, right.
yeah, who provide a lot of our parts for us. But for some stuff, there's just if there's no parts available, like from the actual manufacturer, then it's just the luck of eBay. Literally, it's like, hey, if look on eBay, otherwise we're gonna look on eBay. We're looking for the parts for you. Like you got as good a chance as we do as finding the part that you need.
Wow. Have you ran into any, like, I don't know, over the top or really, really like expensive bills that somebody has tried to throw at you guys since you've been there?
Since I've been there, honestly, it all seems super expensive to me. Because
Like,
sometimes a bike will come in and
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
sorry. Sometimes a bike will come in, it needs complete top end machining. It needs to have valves done. I mean, you've got everything from, new tires to new gas tank, and all those bits and pieces with the labor add up to thousands of dollars. It's
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand. Yeah, when it comes to machine work, especially, right? Like, if you're just cracking open a head to like clean some stuff out, like, hey, don't take that long. But yeah, if
Yeah.
you're talking about like some machine work, right? Do you guys do that in house, or do you send that out?
No, there's a company called Killswitch, where I want to say it's in Southern California. That's the one that's in Pacifica. Killswitch Precision Machining. And we send it down there, and that dude, he does an excellent job. Because a lot of what we get is, we get valve leaks, or valves have been bent, or it's just worn or damaged, and so they need to bore out the cylinder, put uh, cut fresh valves, and put new valves in there, and just have it all, fresh top end. It does wonders
Oh
for
yeah.
older motorcycles.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because yeah, that bike has probably only been rebuilt once, maybe, probably not even that.
Yeah,
Who
and
knows?
it sucks because some dudes sometimes they come in and they're like, "Hey, I got this bike for like $300. Like, I want to fix it up, you know, and do something sweet." And then we look at it, and it's got terrible compression, and it's leaking out of all the valves. It's like, dude, you're gonna throw yourself a couple $1,000s into this to get it running the way you want to, and it kind of sucks. It's like sometimes people do it if the bike means a lot, but most of the time it's like you're better off just selling it and finding something else.
Right, or giving it to somebody that's got the money who's gonna like fix it and put it in a fucking showroom or something and have it
Yeah,
sitting there.
yeah,
Right.
exactly. Like a store or
But
something.
like sometimes, I mean, people just had that kind of money and they're just, or they finally find the bike that they wanted or whatever, and they're just like, oh, I'm gonna call this project whatever. Yeah, I don't care. It's gonna cost me 15 grand. I just want this thing. I'll give it. It's gonna be me and my wife's 30th, or no, it'd be like 50th anniversary or something. Like
Yeah.
something cute like that, right? Just
Yeah, we totally get that. We get people who are like, this was the first bike I had when I was a kid, and we restore it for them, and that to me is awesome. I think that's really cool. People keep their first motorcycle.
right. Now, out of like all the mods that you've done on your channel, what would you say is probably your most, I don't know, favorite one / proud moment?
Out of all the modifications,
Right, like the one you just
oh,
stand back and be like, yeah, I did that. Yep, that was me right there. Mm-hmm.
it's one I'm about to post. I actually haven't posted it. I've had the footage for a while now. I
Ooh.
haven't edited it. I put a Buell Thunderbolt fairing onto my Suzuki Bandit, and it just looks. I love the way it looks so much. That's probably the best, in my opinion. That's my favorite mod that I've done so far.
I'm not
It really,
familiar with the Buell Thunderbolt. It's funny because you're on that opposite side of the motorcycle spectrum, right? Like bikes on your radar don't even come across mine, which is
yeah,
kind of cool because I get to introduce into bikes that normally I don't see or I'm around, so which is kind of cool. But I'm sitting here looking like are we talking an S2 Thunderbolt.
Oh, I think it's the S2. It was a '97 Buell Thunderbolt. That's what the
Oh,
fairing I got was from a dude. I got him at the motorcycle part swap here in Sacramento. I got it for $30, and it has the old school uh, square headlight on it. And I was like, oh, that is like so Mad Max. It looks so awesome. It's like old school, you know.
gotcha. Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, like I said, like to me, I think that's awesome. That because I know like Sticker Bomb will do some stuff like this. Sticker Bomb out of Georgia, like
yeah,
he's the type of dude where he'll sit down and draft something up, and then he'll go out there and just he'll make it happen. Like he'll
yeah,
build
it
like
just makes it. No, I've seen some of his videos, and I'm like, dude, that's kick ass. I love it. I love when people like, they have a vision for their bike, and they're like, you know what, I'm gonna do something real different. A lot of people just not hating on anybody, who likes like a lot of the modern bikes the way they come out. I mean, I would love a brand new bike. I love the brand new sport bikes come out and the new Triumphs that are out. It's like those are badass motorcycles too, you know.
yeah, but you can't do well. I mean, it depends on like sport bikes. You can't really you can customize things, right? You can't really do much to the bike. Like you start pulling away fairings, and it just starts to look like a whole new weird motorcycle. You're like, what the? I don't.
Yeah, it's like
Motorcycle looks
alien.
confused, dude. Yeah. So yeah, you can do simple stuff. Rear sets, um, uh, levers, pegs.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Wood
I do
screens.
like that, That's cool.
But like since I've been working at a dealership, right? Like we sell a lot of Harleys, and just being around Harleys and literally having the same bike 7 times stacked next to each other, they all look different though. Like in their own little kind of weird. Oh, this one's got like T-bars, or this one has blah blah blah, and the mirrors are not. It's just like I do like how naked bikes or whatever do have more of a customizable aspect to them, whether it's like from the seats to just like everything damn near on that bike is customizable, which is cool.
Yeah, yeah, you can always it's really it ends up you end up changing the shape of the bike and I guess that's what I really like about the older bikes is they're really simple.
Mm.
So you get a lot of option if you want to start bolting stuff on or taking stuff off.
Right, I got you. So hey, I want to ask you what got you into YouTube?
Oh man. I remember I started looking up motorcycle videos because I got a motorcycle, right? So I started looking up and I ended up finding like motovlogs and I think it was Chase on Two Wheels who I started watching and he was doing like some GoPro giveaway or something and I bought one of his shirts and I was like, oh man, I was like, I would love to start making videos, like do what this dude's doing, just make videos of you riding around and having fun. And
Right.
at the time, there wasn't a whole lot of girls that were doing it. So I was
Mm.
like,
Wait,
oh man.
when did you start? You were like 2015?
I want to say it was at least 2 years ago.
Wait, let me see. Did you start when you opened your channel? No.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I
I
can tell.
didn't.
Yeah, I see here. You joined
Yeah,
YouTube in 2011. Be an OG motherfucker by then. Damn.
yeah, for real. No, I only started a couple years ago.
Okay.
I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just, talking. I missed some of my old videos though, because I was going through some of my old videos. I was like, man, I used to like edit and like actually try and be funny, and I feel like even my own stuff lately has gotten like kind of boring. I'm like, like I love doing just working on bikes. I think that's cool. It has its own audience. That's its own aspect of just chilling and watching bike repair. But I want to get back into like really editing stuff and doing some funny, those hot spicy memes. Making
Right.
some
Yeah.
funny stuff.
So I'm sitting there looking. Yeah, your first moto vlog is May of 2015. Yeah, you know what's funny? Like when you go back and you look at your first videos, like what is your reaction? Are they cringy or you're like nailed it?
Oh man, every time I go back and watch my old videos, anything that's like older than a few months is just cringeworthy to me.
Oh, shout out to Miss Peaches. Appreciate the $10 donation. Thank you, ma'am. Love ya.
Oh!
Miss Peaches always hanging around. Good people's over there. Miss Peaches.
That's awesome.
Yeah, for me, like, yeah, when I watch my first videos, they're kind of cringy, but you know, like, I don't know, it was just different. Like motovlogging back then was so different. Have you been affected by the new, like, not advertiser friendly stuff and things? Has that hit your channel yet?
No, honestly, I've never monetized my channel ever. So
You've never
nope,
why
I never
is that?
monetized. A long time ago, somebody was like, "Hey, like you should monetize your videos. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're getting views." And I was like, I never wanted it to be. I thought when I started, I was like, "Oh, eventually, I'll monetize, make a couple bucks off of this." But I didn't want it to be about how much am I getting paid. Like, how much. I don't want it to be about views. I make videos because I genuinely enjoy it, and I see a lot of these dudes who are like, "Oh, I'm gonna quit," or "Oh, I'm losing
Right.
motivation because I'm not getting, demonetized." I'm like, that's just, I don't know, man. It's not what it's about for me at all.
That's cool. I can respect that. Now, I will say this: like, if you had to monetize your channel, let's just say would have had an extra, say, $500 in your pocket. Come on, that could have gone toward a build. And then, yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I totally get where you're coming from.
Yeah,
But I look at it too, like, the extra income that comes with it when it does start to come, like, I think is great. It's helped me out a couple of times, but it's never been something that I've looked at as like my true source of income or
yeah,
primary source of income. So therefore, hey, if it pays for a set of tires that lasts me, another 5 months until I get the next $100, hey, great. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. That's kick ass.
But I can also understand where you're coming. I mean, I can also see it from your side of never enabling it just doesn't add that weight or pressure, I guess, or that money doesn't even come to the table at that point.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't. I mean, I've thought about, if I did ever monetize, I figure I would fall under the same curse that a lot of motovloggers are falling under. Is that they're gonna get, their videos are getting demonetized as soon as
I'll
before they
upload
even
them.
upload. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And I don't know how that would turn out, but I mean, I sold some stickers and I made a couple bucks off of that. I'm thinking about doing like a t-shirt run. I've never done shirts or anything. That might be cool and do something for like Christmas, but I just dig making videos, man. I like sharing what I do, and whether or not I make some money off of it, like that'd be cool. That'd be
Right.
really cool. But I just I figure, I work. That's my money. And if I ever make extra from stickers or shirts, that'd be cool. But I don't need like ads and all that stuff. I don't know,
Right,
man.
because I like clicking videos and just watching it start from, you know what I mean? Like, there's no 15-second or 30-second unskippable ad that I gotta watch. Like, come on, dude, I just want to watch the
Exactly.
video, bro. Like, come on. But I mean,
Yeah.
I get it. You know what I mean? Everything has a give and a take. And for me as a filmmaker, like, just not having to worry about that, right? To know that you can make you can make a video called the F word and say nothing but, the F word during the whole video and don't have to worry about whether or not it's monetized and blah blah blah, and you got to wait for the review and all that other crap. Like that, like I said, that weight right there is automatically lifted off your shoulders. So it gives you the creativity and the freedom to just, to truly do what you want. And you know
Yeah.
what? I respect that. I do. I really do. I really do.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, I feel I can only imagine, it's gotta suck when you're making some extra dollars that's helping your hobby and making videos. Let's be honest, anything spend to make videos, camera equipment or editing programs or even just stuff that you're putting on your bike in your video, it's not cheap. That stuff is really expensive. So
Yeah.
getting those extra couple bucks from ad revenue, I can imagine it helps people a lot keep their channel going. Because we're all living regular lives still. Everybody's got a job. Everyone's trying to work and put food in their mouth. So
Definitely. Hold on. Trying to cut a beard. Just don't do paid build series. Yeah, yeah, those are weird. Paid beard. Yeah, nah, if you're building something that somebody else is paying you to do, yeah, that's kind of stupid. But, you know, I mean, some people got to do it, I guess. But anyways, I was going to ask you a question. I totally forgot what it was that I was going to ask. Man.
That's okay. How about I ask you a question?
Okay, great. Maybe it'll come back to me.
There you go. All right. So I know you've been doing these basically open radio shows. Is that kind of the direction you want to keep going with your channel?
Yeah, but that's what it was. That's what I was gonna ask you. Okay.
Okay.
No. I used to do radio before back in the day, and I enjoyed doing it. And I've always wanted to do this format or style of show, but I just never really put any time into researching it. And then finally one day I started, and it was like a long road, and it took me a lot of monies and some other stuff that I to be able to get to where I'm at right now. And
yeah,
I mean, I do like doing it. Like, as long as people come by and watch it, as long as people still enjoy it, hey, I'll still produce it. I mean, hell, I started singing March. It still trips me out that it's been that long. Like, it's been that long. I started this in March, so. But yeah, I've had a good time. I got plans for it, but I don't know, man. Like, YouTube's it's a weird thing, man. But we'll see. What possibly happens in the future. But my question to you was, if you only had to. If money wasn't in it, no, I don't want to say if money was an issue. If your sole job was to only focus on your channel, like that's it. What direction or where would you go with your channel?
Oh man, well, I love working on bikes.
Okay.
I definitely love like doing the custom stuff. But to be honest, I absolutely love like cinematography. I love like cool shots. I really like film. I like I've been watching this channel. Oh man, I don't even remember the name of this channel. I like binge watched all the videos, and it was all about film and how they put scenes together in a movie to tell a story. That's basically all it is. They put scenes together, they tell a story, and you learn the different types of editing and cuts, and that I just fell in love with that. And so that's something I would love to do, would be like short films or like cinematographic stuff. Upgrade my camera, go out and shoot some just really cool motorcycle stuff or just some short story kind of stuff, short films. I really like that stuff, like really simple, but I mean, that's just something I don't have time for.
Right. No,
so if I could do anything,
it'd be that.
Channel, yeah, it would be like do some really cool shots, get a drone. I mean, like all the kids do these days with their fancy cameras and their stabilizers,
mirrorless, right, and the whole nine. Like, I ain't even got that kind of money right now. Like, damn. But no, it's funny because I kind of said the same thing when it came to film, and I said screw it, and I like moved back to the U.S. and moved to California to go to film school. You know what I mean? And so yeah. It's kind of funny that you're saying like you're watching something that shows how they put all little scenes together. Yeah, it was kind of something like that. Like, I started editing. Well, I didn't really start editing video. I was using a program like After Effects, but on a window or on Apple, it's called Apple Motion, and I was learning how to create like animated logos and stuff, right? Like how to animate and spin text and do all this other crap.
Yeah.
And then that is where I started editing, and then I started to edit like music videos and all this other stuff. And the next thing I know, it was just Pandora's box, and then I was just like, dude, I kind of like this film stuff, and it's been cool to show, and share some of my short films, here on the channel, and from one filmmaker to somebody who wants to try it. I say like this, like, if you have the time or when you have the time, yeah, just go out and, you know, shoot some stupid. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna suck, right? Everything is horrible in the beginning, you know, and
Yeah.
it's funny to even go back and see my first short film, at least, you know, classic short film, and it was horrible, man. I'm not gonna lie, oh god, it's super cringy, but you know, it was actually, I had a good time, and it was me and my cousin out in the middle of like kind of the woods shooting a fucking film, right? It was so,
But it's fun, right?
so
Like it's so much
stupid.
fun.
You know, so I would say, like, if you want to do that, like, do it. Like, if you got, you know, 3 or 4 hours to burn on like a Saturday or a day you're not working, man, go out there and just come up with a real simple story, like super easy. You know what I mean? Something that like a 1 minute film. You know,
Yeah.
and just go out there and just have fun, man. and
Yeah, I
and
saw
you'll
this
laugh at yourself. Go ahead.
I saw this video someone shared on Facebook, and I don't even remember the dude's name, but he made a video about it was just like why I ride a motorcycle, and
Huh.
it was very well put together. It was very short video. It was like 3 minutes long, and he was riding like a supermoto or something, and why he really enjoys riding, and just like even though it was so short, you know, he planned out, he did a voiceover, and he did shots of him riding, right? And doing like trails and stuff like that. And I was like, this is really cool. Like, it's kind of that cheesy, inspirational, you know, motivational little thing,
Right.
but at the same time, it's like it caught my attention, and it was interesting to watch. And that's what I really like. I want to make stuff that's interesting to watch, you know, not just the same old cut and paste formula that, you know, a lot of us get stuck in, the routine stuff. I want to
Right.
be creative with it.
Right. Yeah, or you know, you could take I used to tell people like tell like a short film version of like a day in your life. You know what I mean? Just stuff that you do during the day, like film that, come home, chop that shit up to some music, like no words, no nothing, you know? And just
Yeah.
see what kind of story you can tell from just random clips, you know? Or even if you keep like for me, I save a lot of my video. Not just regular crap. Like I'm talking about like rides and stuff that I go on, like some that are like really important where there's a lot of people. Like I keep those, right? And so a lot of that footage doesn't get used, you know, in the final edit, but I still have it. You know, and it's like, you know, so you know, if you keep you know, if you do keep your rides and stuff like that, then you have this library of footage that you could just dig through and, you know, like I said, tell people to just, you know, take that and use it and try to tell some, you know, me per se, a story about you and, you know, like a day in the life or something, and people are like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. And, you know, and it's funny to see what people choose to actually show that, like, hey, this is something that I'm into or I enjoy. You know, it could be something that's like fully off the bike, or, you know what I mean? It's kind of cool to open up yourself to, like, you know, let people know more than just, hey, I'm this guy that rides a motorcycle. Like, oh, I play the piano, you know, or something like that.
Exactly. It's like, okay, everybody rides a motorcycle, right? Like, obviously, anybody who makes these motorcycle videos, we all ride motorcycles. It's that, it's you that makes it interesting, right? It's the person on the motorcycle makes you want to watch. So I dig when people do extra stuff or they do stuff, other things that they're interested in. It's always cool to see.
Right, right. Now, I'm not saying you got to, like, focus on that, because then at that point, then it's like everybody came over for motorcycle videos, and now we're watching you sew. Like, I don't,
Yeah, and then you're just
It's
you know,
like,
the average Joe vlogger is like, all right, guys, I'm brushing my teeth now. It's like, yep, that's where I tune out.
Wait,
And I'll see
okay,
you next
question.
time.
Could you do that? Could you be like a daily? Oh, I don't want to say daily, but like that kind of style. Like, good morning, guys. I'm just gonna go down here and make me some coffee, and you gotta get ready for work.
You know, that's something I don't think I can. I can't watch myself, so I can't imagine ever making those style of videos. Like people
I
who
got
do
you.
just like their everyday stuff, and they take you along. I don't know. I guess if you want to have some weird, like third person friendship with somebody who, you know, you're subscribed to them and they have no idea who you are, but you know all the details about their day. If that's what you want, that's cool. But I take a step back at that point, and I'm like, if you're doing something cool or like motorcycle ride or you have a cool video, like yeah, I'll watch that. But if you're just like, going to the supermarket because I'm gonna make tacos. I'm like, okay, I'll uh, I'll I'll see you when you make some other video. Sorry, I can't watch that.
Right.
I do
No,
the same
yeah.
thing, so it's like it's just weird. I don't know. I find it kind of weird.
Yeah, no, I'm totally with you. Hey, guys, the phone lines are open. If you want to call in tonight and ask me or my guest tonight, Miss Killswitch over there. Also, too, you guys can check her out here on Instagram, Killswitch Queen, and also a link to her channels in that doobly-doo for the first time, I think, ever before the show started. So that's going on. But, yeah, if you guys want to call in, 516-387-1431. If not, that's cool. No big deal. We're just going to continue chatting over here, see if y'all do call in. And I just slammed something on my desk there, but we're good to go. But so I was gonna ask, so you've been riding what now, 3 years or so, possibly longer?
I want to say about 4 years.
About 4 years.
Almost 4 years, yeah.
How many times have you had that unfortunate spill there? And I'm not talking about when you decide to take your little Harley off road. I'm not talking about that. Don't count.
Knock on wood, I have not had a spill yet.
See, you know what's funny? The one person that I met, older gentleman, mid-50s or something, it's been riding since whatever, the 70s. He's the one person that I've met that's never went down, but he rides a big old cruiser. So maybe there's something over there. Maybe cruiser riders don't go down as much, possibly. Or
when I ride the Sportster, like it's a heavy bike. It's not like a sport bike where it's like you can push it. I could push the Sportster and I could twist the throttle and go full throttle, but you ain't going anywhere. It's not like a sport bike where you got all this power. So I guess at that point, I had a lot of fun on that because I could really, you're pushing the bike more than you're pushing yourself. And now I'm riding the Bandit 1200 monster insanity sport bike, and it's got so much torque. It is an absolute blast to ride. But I made sure that the brakes were really good, so that when
good.
I'm going really fast,
brakes very important, especially on a heavier bike. Yeah, because that extra couple 100 pounds, that's just sitting in the bike alone, can definitely change stopping distances too. So
yeah,
that's smart though. That's smart. That's cool. Like, yeah, because going down, crashing sucks. So I mean, if you can make it this whole time without doing that, then hey, right on. Cause
I can only imagine. I've had my close calls. I've had enough close calls, and I do enough lane splitting, on my commute that I'm like, I'm always watching out. Everyone's always watching out. You never know when it's gonna happen. But every time I get on that bike when I'm coming home or going to work, I'm like, yeah, I could go down today. Like today could be the day I slam into the ground. So I'm always prepared for that. You put on your helmet and all your gear.
Yeah, definitely. Especially here in California. I mean, even though like people are very aware of lane splitting, you still have those people. I want to wring their neck. Like I'm lane splitting and I'm right there, double yellow, right, and then that car comes just right over the double yellow, and he does it like 4 car lengths in front of me, which tells me, dude, you didn't see me. I just happened to leave work or left home like a couple seconds late, which kept me from not getting sideswiped by you, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Dude, I think about that all the time. Like, the other day, they switched lanes, and I revved them. I gave him a good rev bomb, and the bike scared me. I rev bombed this car, and I scared the shit out of myself. I was like, oh, shit, that was my bike? I was like, oh god,
nice.
The Bandit's so loud. But I was amazed when I went to the last phase right out in Southern California. We drove through LA. Oh man, we must have split lanes for like 6 hours, man. Like, I don't know how you guys do it. There was so much traffic going through LA. But I couldn't believe how many cars got over. Like, how much space you guys have between lanes. Yeah. I was like, oh, this is fantastic. Like, cars were just moving over. Like, we had like I don't remember the highway, but it was like 2 sets of double yellow lines. So basically, me and my friend had our own little lane.
Oh, yeah, so there's the one on the left and one on the right, and they're separated by, like, I don't know, say, what, like 6 to 12 inches or some shit?
Yeah. I was like, oh, this is fantastic.
So, I like that, too. I mean, and I know this sounds, it's going to sound weird, but then you're like, okay, it could work. I wish they would take that and put it to the left side of the carpool lane and just give motorcycles their own damn dedicated, like, little road. You know, of course,
That'd
like,
be great.
you know, you'd have to add way more, space, you know, because you're gonna have those jackasses gonna drift, right? They're just gonna drift over, and then now I'm stuck between a car and a concrete wall. But I'm saying we can figure something out. Like we can really figure something out, because if we had our own lane, I think that would be the greatest thing in the world. It just,
It would just eliminate so many accidents.
yes.
Like, cause I'm really bad. I'll split lanes at like 80 or 90 miles per hour. I go pretty quick because I'm like, fuck, forget this traffic, man. I'm going to work. I'm on my way. I can squeeze between these cars. I'm just gonna go. Forget you guys. But when you look over and you see everybody's on their phone, I'm like, man, when are people? I feel like they're never going to get it. Like, even if you got all that space, you still see people on their phones.
Mm-hmm.
Still see people all distracted. They're still swerving around. I don't think they're. I wish Northern California had as much space between the lanes as you did in Southern California. Those big old double yellow and like a big commuter lane. I get why you have it. I feel like there's so much more people down there. But
yeah, I never paid attention when I was up north. The road sizes, really, I didn't keep that in mind.
We don't have. It's nothing like Southern California. It was great. You guys have like super wide lanes and that double yellow.
Wait, where exactly are you located again? I know you're up north, but I don't remember where.
I'm in Vacaville, so that is right between San Francisco and the state capital of Sacramento. So I commute from Vacaville to Sacramento every day for work. But I mean, I go as far as up as like Redding and Chico, and then I come down to Southern California for Babes Ride Out every year.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at the map. See, I'm not from California, so I gotta look at where certain stuff is. But I see exactly where you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, it's like 8 hours. It's like a day's ride down. You did it all in one day.
Gotcha. Well, hey, we got a phone caller on the line right now. They've been waiting for a little bit, but didn't want to break the stride over here. So we'll go ahead and take this phone call and see what's going on. So let's see here. We good? Okay. Yeah, 623 live on the air. What up?
Hi, Red. It's Peaches.
What's going on, Miss Peaches? How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Doing good. Hi. My husband is subscribed to you. He loves your videos.
She's not talking about me, by the way. Oh, and another thing there, Killswitch. There's this weird delay that is annoying, but it's like a second and a half or 2 seconds. But you'll figure it out.
That's okay. Yeah, no worries.
But yeah, she was talking to you. She wasn't talking to me.
Oh, well, that's so sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, I told him who was on the show tonight, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta watch it." I watch her videos all the time.
Oh, thank you. That's cool. It's still so weird to hear.
Yeah, he's gonna be mad. He's gonna be mad that I'm talking to you and he's not. Suckerfish.
Whoa.
Oh well.
Cool. Well, tell him
so
I said.
I just wanted to call and say hi.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate you.
Yeah, I've seen a few of your videos. They're pretty cool.
Hey, Miss Peaches, question: Are you going to be looking at trying to come out to SCMM next year, possibly?
Yes, I was there this last time, Red. But I had family shit going on, so I had to leave.
Oh, well, you were in the state. You wasn't like, yeah, that's a little damn.
I drove right past your asses. I really did. I drove right past you guys. I had a family emergency I had to come back for, so.
I got you. And
I was like, yep.
And
my husband.
Oh, no, go ahead. Your husband what now?
He was going to actually book the hotel and everything for us to stay for the extra weekend. But with all the shit that happened, it was a no-go.
Right on.
I lost 2 people in less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's rough right there. That's rough. But I asked you that question because Miss Killswitch, are you coming back to an SCCMM anytime soon? Possibly, maybe.
So I went. I want to say a year or so ago. I went, and I was only able to stop at the the big meetup, not at the hotel. So this next year, I will be going to the meetup and the hotel.
Yeah.
I'll be staying in Southern California. I'm ready to party. I'm so ready to like hang out and meet and chill with all the people who got me into motovlogging.
Wait, did you go the first year or the second year? Did you go 15 or 16?
I went the second year, but only to Chaparral.
Chaparral.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if both of y'all's come out to SCMM next year, then your husband will be able to see the person that he watches on YouTube, and you'll be able to look at a fan and be like, yeah, Killswitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh, and Red?
Yes.
You have a package coming soon to your P.O. box.
Oh, my.
All right, I'll make sure to check on that as soon as in like tomorrow, because if it's not tomorrow, then that means I gotta wake up like hella early, like before work, because I get off work late. So.
No, I'm shipping it out on Monday.
Okay,
so
probably like
it'll be coming.
All right, oh, you know what? I can check it. I can check it Friday. I'm off Friday because Thanksgiving stuff and things. But yeah, I'll
Black
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
Oh damn! It is Black Friday. Ooh.
Yeah.
It's good. I'm good. I'm not spending money. I'm not spending money. I'm good. I don't partake in that 3 a.m. shopping experience. I'm good.
It's all about Cyber Monday.
I did that 1 year and that's it.
You're right. Like I'm nope. I'm fine. So, but yes, I will be on the lookout for that, and thank you.
Yep. You'll like it.
I hope I do. Well, Miss Peaches, I will give you the last word.
Well, subscribe today. There you go.
Really? Out of all the motovloggers, you quote him? Oh, Cycle Cruiser fans over here.
Everybody else has been doing it today.
Hey, you know what? I ain't even mad because I like Cycle Cruiser. I don't like his content. I like the fact that he don't mess with nobody. Like that dude's over there. He's doing his own thing. He's created his own fan base, and he ain't had no help from nobody.
That's the thing. I've never watched any of his videos.
You should. You should.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's got to experience a Cycle Cruiser. Because to be honest, I want to say, like, no BS, probably 80% of the motovloggers came through or came into motovlogging at some point finding Cycle Cruiser. At some point. At least 80%.
Yeah, I've never watched him.
Well, sit down one night with some box wine and just watch just
box
pick 10.
Wine?
Yeah, box wine. I'm just saying.
The Cycle Cruiser experience.
Yes.
Bitch, come on.
I'm just saying. Look,
No, I don't do box wine. Tequila.
I don't feel he should get the good stuff. So.
Oh.
Just saying.
So he shouldn't get the good drunk me.
Right. No.
Okay.
Right.
I gotcha.
Anyways, Miss Peaches, I appreciate you calling in. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Not a problem, guys. Bye.
Laters.
Peace.
Good old Cycle Cruiser. Yeah, that dude. I can't, like, and every now and again he'll put some title, and I'm just like, I gotta click it, dude. And I'll click it, and then about halfway through it, I'm like, this guy's full of shit. But whatever. I mean, hey, can't get mad at him because
he's got his own opinions, and he's got his own channel, and he's doing his own thing. You know, I don't watch him anymore. I remember I watched him like a long time ago. You know,
right?
When you start, right? You're like, oh, Cycle Cruiser, like all your motorcycle needs in one channel. Like, oh, this is great. And then you're like, oh, man, Cycle Cruiser. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, he's doing his own thing. I got respect for that, you know? Like,
he don't answer to nobody. Like, he don't, like, have you ever seen a video of him riding with one other person?
No.
Never seen
he
it.
Does. I feel like every video I've watched is him riding down the same road, dude. I feel like it's all the same road. Like, every video is like the same video. But I don't know what I'm watching anymore.
Right? But no, he's just, you know, like I said, man, to me, that, you know, hey, he's doing what he loves, and, you know, I guess he just figured, like, you know what, if I don't involve anybody, I don't have to deal with none of they shit. So it's just,
no drama.
Right?
No drama is where it's at.
I mean, because I'm not gonna lie, like when he got to that build van series, when he was building the van, I was like, damn, that's kind of cool. And then he took that shit out, went on some trips, and brought the bikes with him. I was like, yo, like, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of cool right there. Like,
yeah,
that. I was like, that right there is pretty awesome, dude. Like, you know, and you know, honestly, like, I think a lot of moto vloggers, to an extent, would love to do that, you know. I want to say maybe more old school vloggers, like the ones who started, like, you know, before me, a little bit after me, because that was like when vlogging was different, right? Like, I think a lot of those dudes would have, you know, and females would have just took the money, used it to, like, probably travel around and, like, hang out with other vloggers and that type of stuff. But now I think, like, now people gotta, like, step it up and do some Jake Paul stupid shit, like, you know.
You know, I wish more vloggers were like that. I wish more vloggers were, like, open to, like, hey, yeah, man, like, you know, let's go ride, like, let's go do some cool shit, make a video. And I feel like if, you know, you try and talk to, quote, big vloggers,
big guys,
it's like, yeah, they got some kind of weird vibe around them. It's like, oh, man, if you ain't got this many subs, don't talk to me, or, you know, everyone's got their own life. They're busy, right? They ain't got time.
Right,
but
right.
At the same time, it'd be so cool to collaborate, because regardless, people love just watching fun videos.
Yeah.
You know, that's my thought, is like, you know, we all have the same common goal. It's to ride motorcycles and have fun. It's the same thing.
Yeah, because I think at the end of the day, you know, with YouTube going in the direction that it's been going, right? People's losing money, and, you know, like, to me, it's gonna be, if it stays this way, let's just say for the next 2 years, like, over the next, I don't know, 6 months to latest a year is gonna be that, like, weeding out phase, right?
Yeah.
You're just gonna see people's like, well, if I'm not really making any money anymore, why the fuck am I doing this, right? And then, or what you mean, like, dude, I can't make no money if I do this? Well, I'm good, you know. And then you're just gonna see people not really, you know, putting out content or things like that, or really trying to give it a go. Because even like now, so I had started a gaming channel, right? I was all ambitious, like, yeah, I'm gonna do some gaming. Matter of fact, y'all go over there and
Yeah.
subscribe. Brett One Gaming. I'm just anyways, and I worked real hard for like 2 weeks, and then after that, I was just like, okay, dude, this is a lot of work, right? And
Yeah.
But what's funny is the channel was pretty old per se, right? It's not a new channel. And then somewhere in the middle of the summer, YouTube came out with this policy that stated, like, all channels now, if you don't, in order to begin monetizing your channel, you have to reach 10,000 views. So my gaming channel didn't have 10,000 views. And the funny thing is, I wasn't even, like, grandfathered in. So, like, the first handful of videos on that channel were monetized, because that was before that rule. Then that rule hit, and because I was under 10,000 views, they just gone. And I was just like, oh, damn. So anybody starting a channel now automatically sees they need 10,000 views to start monetizing the channel. And so
yeah,
go
it's
ahead.
a whole nother ball game. It's totally changed the whole platform.
Right, and so I think now you have people that are going out of their way to try to look for extremes, right? Clickbaits or et cetera, to gain views, because, I mean, that's the only thing that, you know, I guess keeps their head above water, you know, as far as like with the new YouTube now, I guess. I don't know, man. It's weird. I'm just gonna sit back, still talk to my peoples out there in the side chat. Love y'all, and you know, I'm just still gonna have fun while I'm here, because I mean, eventually this is all gonna come to an end, right? Like, eventually Red One is gonna stop uploading videos and doing shows and just being on YouTube in general, just like every other YouTuber will eventually stop and something else comes along, or, you know, you just realize, like, hey, there's other stuff going on and I don't really have time, or I got to focus on the family, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, I just had a kid and blah, 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 you know, so things happen, times change, so.
Yeah, I totally feel the same way, man. It's make or break. Either you become something through it, or it's just a hobby,
Right.
or, you know, you drop out eventually because, you know, we're all living like a real life, not like an internet life where you can cut and paste and edit and put whatever you want people to view on the internet, which trips me out so much, because you're only putting out what you want people to see,
Right.
as opposed to your real life and what you do every single day, and, you know, your own feelings and what you think about the world and your own opinions and stuff. A lot of people keep their opinions to themselves, you know. They have their own thoughts that they don't push out in other videos, because it's like, it's gotta be, you know, it's gotta be fun, it's gotta be upbeat, it's gotta be all this stuff. It's not real. But I totally understand, like, eventually, you know, my channel's gonna die, it's gonna go through its course, and I won't post videos. At some point I'll be doing something else, man. You know, whatever the next thing comes along, YouTube is not gonna be the big hub forever. It's something else is gonna come up.
Right. But I just hope that, like, 50 years from now, when I'm like old as fuck, right, and I got like a couple grandkids on my knee, and they talk about, Grandpa, what did you used to do back in your day? Like, shit, sit down and show you this thing called YouTube. YouTube, like, yeah, it was just web streaming. Anyways, look, this is what I used to do, and, you know, could be able to pull up old videos of me, like, you know what I mean, like back in my heyday. Like, look, I used to wheelie. I used to do all these little meets, and there's this dude in San Diego named Ghost Ninja. I didn't really like him that much. He was alright though, but whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, to see like who your friends were. Yeah, you know. That's the only thing I really want. If not, it'll be on a hard drive, and by then I'm gonna have to get some kind of converter to convert like 3.5-inch internal hard drives to whatever fucking digital media.
The next
right.
The next best thing is, you know, put your finger into the computer and then it reads your fucking memory or whatever.
Hey, you know what? I ain't even thinking about that. Like, damn, you way beyond what I was thinking. Okay, I feel you.
Man, I mean, we've gone from floppy disks to USBs to tiny little cables, man. Like, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, 50 years from now, yeah, shit's gonna be all kinds of fucked up. I hope we're flying by then. Like, I hope people can just, like, hop on something that transports them through the air to another location really, really quickly. And I mean, I'm talking like over the city. Like, I'm talking like you can go 40 miles in like 10 minutes or something.
That'd be great.
Or less. You know what I mean? But
like some Futurama kind of stuff where you just in a tube, just you get sucked up and just end up wherever you need to be.
Yes.
Like, that'd be great.
Yeah, I would hope that would happen, but we'll see. Bikes, man. What do you think bikes would be at that point? Would they hover or? I mean,
if you look at bikes, they're still the exact same concept that they've been forever, and that's that they shoot gas into a combustion chamber, and you have a transmission that turns all the gears and pushes it out of an exhaust. It's still exactly the same. So I can't imagine what they would do next for bikes. I mean, the way the bikes look, they got the new, I don't know if you've seen those videos where it's like balancing
I
motorcycle.
was
or
just
whatever.
I was gonna say that, right? It was
Yeah.
Honda or Suzuki or somebody came with that bike that just. Well, and even you have I forgot the name of it. We've looked it up a bunch of times on Fridays. It's like a capsule looking kind of thing, right? But it's a motorcycle. It's two wheeled, but it has like some gyros or something like under the bottom that spin at like a stupid RPM, right? And it helps like balance the bike, you know. And so what happens is, I guess, when you stop, like the bike can just sit there, and then, you know, to turn it off, you put down like a kickstand or whatever, and then you turn off all the systems. But supposedly it's able to be like T-boned up to like 25 miles per hour or something without actually tipping over and all this and that. And I'm like,
That's nuts.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me, to go from bikes that, you know, you turn a key and it's like you gotta actually like learn how to stand it up and like not drop it and like go around corners and stuff, to something like that where it's like it won't tip over.
Right, it won't tip over. All you gotta do is just make the turn. No more low siding, no more high siding. Just
I mean, we went from 3 wheels, you know, back to 2, where you're not gonna fall over. It's pretty cool.
it is interesting, you know, because even now, you know, we're dealing with the electric bikes, which are interesting, but what I'm seeing, at least the information that I've seen with electric bikes, is their range is like 80 miles, 90 miles.
Yeah, it's similar. It reminds me to like a drone, you know, where you only get so many hours.
15
Yeah,
20
you only
minutes
get
out of it.
you get so much time of it, and like, yeah, it's really cool, but I need to be able to go to a gas station, take 3 minutes to fill up and keep going, not like, oh, sorry guys, like I gotta charge my motorcycle and just give me an hour. Like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, and so, yeah, I think, battery technology, I think once, I kind of said this, like, once batteries get to the point where you could just flash charge them, like literally plug it in 10 minutes, it's like 100%, then, yeah, that's kind of the limitation with batteries, because you need more to go further, but more adds weight, which kind of negates the whole thing. But yeah, I think once motorcycle batteries get into that like 200-mile range, then at that point, I think maybe more will be sold, and then hopefully by then, you know, like I said, quick charging is like a real thing when it comes to, you know, that amount of power.
Yeah.
You know, into something like that. So we'll definitely see. We'll definitely see. But Miss Killswitch Queen, I appreciate you coming on the show tonight. I had fun.
No, thank you, man. It's always fun to shoot the shit and talk and have cool discussion. You're a cool guy. I like your videos, man. You're awesome.
Well, thank you, and I definitely like the uniqueness behind your channel. I mean, it's different, right? Like, you know, every person has their whatever character qualities, or you know, like as a person on their own channel, but so many of us do the same stuff, right? We ride around, we talk, but with your channel, I really dig the fact that, you know, you're actually going out there and trying to customize stuff and build your bike to, you know, a state or, you know, that you personally want and enjoy, and you're not necessarily just going out and buying brand X's replacements. You know, you're actually fabricating stuff. To me, I think that's cool. So I do like and respect that aspect of your channel, because I really don't know anybody else that really kind of does that, at least on like a constant basis, right? It's not like you just fabricated one thing and then there's like 40 videos of you just riding around talking about whatever.
Yeah.
You know, but good. No? Okay. Well, but much love and respect for all the work that you put in, definitely, as a rider and someone who works on bikes. Like, I think it's awesome. But I will give you the last word. Any shameless plugs, anything like that's going on where you're at that you want people to know about?
Oh man, no. I guess if the only thing I would plug is if you're ever in the Sacramento area, California, come check out the Vintage Monkey Motorcycle Shop. We have tons of motorcycles on display. We got beer. It's motorcycles, it's beer, it's a cool location. If you ever want to come check it out, come bug me and say hello. That's always awesome. I dig that.
Vintage
Thank
monkey motorcycle.
Vintage monkey. Yeah.
I like
Thank you,
that.
Red One, for thank you for having me on here. I appreciate it. It was really cool.
For sure. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, you can always right here Instagram at Killswitch Queen. And then you can also check in that doobly-doo down below. You can also check out her channel, check out all of her videos, her stuff and things over there. But with that being said, guys, we will catch you on the Other Guys Live this Friday. Should be on Ghost Ninja's channel, unless he tries to, finagle his way out of that. It's Ghost. It's what he does. But yeah, we'll see you guys over there on Friday. Hope you guys have a great week. I don't know if I probably won't see y'all until after Thanksgiving. So, Killswitch, happy Thanksgiving to you. Hope you get fat and happy on turkey and dressing or whatever.
Oh yeah, some of that pumpkin pie.
That too. So, yeah, I hope everybody out there, hope you guys have a great holiday, man. Hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving, man. Hope you're with family and all that good stuff. And then after that, we'll hang out on Friday and get all drunk stuff and, be just like old times. But much love and respect, guys. See y'all soon, man. Peace.
See you later.